a bad man.
We're gonna have to call the cops, I guess.
Excuse me.
What the hell was that?
What?
I just saw something.
All right, that's it. If somebody's out there, just come on out.
What is that? The hitchhiker. What were they all doing here?
What the hell are you doing in my house?
You're all gonna die.
Oh, my.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. It's been a few days. It's been like 4 days, but I'm super stoked to be back here. Happy September, dude. I mean, it's always kind of spooky season, right? Or Halloween watch list time, or whatever this, kind of cheesy shit YouTubers like to say. I think that you can actually really feel it now. It actually is going to start feeling like fall, where those summer long days are going to get a little bit shorter. We're going to get a little bit of a breeze in the air. It's still fucking 92 degrees here, but it's supposed to cool down this weekend, and I can't wait, man. I am such a fall child through and through. I mean, I fucking love fall. I don't know what to tell you. But things also that I love are certain horror movies. Certain movies on this channel you might know, we're just not going to cover. We're talking about The Exorcist. We're talking about The Evil Dead. Okay, we're talking about The Thing. I just made this tie-dye shirt over the weekend. I'm pretty happy with it. And then another one of the holy grails, one of the best movies ever made, Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We're not talking about that because I still suck at what I'm doing. I'm learning how to edit, learning how to be a YouTuber, learning how to follow the rules, learning how to not get copyrights and bans and all that stuff behind the camera, and I just don't feel like I want to waste such an important film on my lackluster skills right now, because if I continue doing this for a few years, I would like to think that I can come back and really make a difference. Sorry, my phones are going off. Not even prepared. We're just going to let this thing rip. Now, that line of thinking does not include remakes. For whatever reason, if they decide to remake something like The Exorcist, fucking goddamn them. Literally. That should not be a thing. You're here for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, okay? That's why you clicked on the thumbnail, Josh. Pay attention, okay? Get your shit together. From 2003, Marcus Nispel's remake, reimagining, whatever. I mean, this is a direct remake of the 1974 perfect film, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Tobe Hooper's masterpiece, and for whatever reason, I feel like remakes are fair game, and so that's what we're talking about today. This is, of course, the brand new era release that I got from the movie room. This is not a movie that I was given to review, so this is not a paid sponsorship, so I'll tell you exactly what I think about it and whether or not it is worth picking up, what I, just kind of my thoughts and how I feel about it. But first, we're going to talk about the movie, because we wouldn't even be talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre if the movie sucked, right? It is a big undertaking to revamp, remake, reimagine, whatever you want to say. Such a masterpiece like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And that is one of my favorite horror films. It is just on the Mount Rushmore, right? It's just etched in gold up there. I don't know why I thought the mountains were over here. Guys, the mountains are right here. It's The Exorcist, it's Jaws, it's right. It's The Evil Dead, it's The Thing. It's a lot of things, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a perfect film. 2003... is it a perfect film? I think that it's pretty damn close. I think that it depends on when you've seen this film and how impressionable you were, and if you were already a fan of the original, I think that helps a lot. Now, this kind of kicked off the remake era that happened. Platinum Dunes, 2002-ish, 2010, you had things like The Hitcher, Hills Have Eyes, Friday the 13th. There was some really bad ones in there as well. What else am I forgetting? The Evil Dead came a few years later. That is not a bad one. The Nightmare on Elm Street, there was a whole bunch of them. Piranha 3D, right? that horrible Poltergeist, and then of course you have The Fog, which is like the worst remake I think I've ever seen in my life. None of those things can be said about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This right here reminds me of being 19 years old. When I rewatched this, I watched it twice because I'd heard some people kind of saying that they didn't like the transfer, they were just kind of let down. And so I was going to kind of give this thing, its due justice. So what I did Friday night was I watched this thing on an RCA television, okay, on an Xbox, that it was not even a 4K TV. I watched it on a 1080 TV that my wife's had for 12 fucking years. It's old, okay? It does have a quick hertz rate, so it does refresh pretty quickly at 120 hertz. So I watched this on a 4K player, upscaled on a 1080 TV, and it felt like I was in the theater. It looked so good. It just did. Like, it looked fucking good. I felt sweaty. I felt sticky. I felt like I was in Louisiana. I was fucking miserable watching it, but also being like, man, I remember everything about this film. So I guess let's get out of the way. I'm all over the fucking place. I'm going to talk about the movie in just a second. Let's give you my thoughts on the 4K, on an actual 4K player. Then this weekend, Sunday night, I went out to my 4K player, the Panasonic, the UB8 something, what the fuck ever. It's a pretty nice player and it does a really good job upscaling, up converting, whatever you want to say. I put this thing on, I put it on natural mode in HDR10, and this thing looked fucking good. It looked fucking great. And there's a couple scenes in particular, but when they first show Kemper's hat and it's that really, really dark green, that was one of the things that stuck out. When the woman has the revolver in the van, the very first opening scene, that unfortunate crazy shot where they pan back out after there was some harm there. When you're looking back and it's panning back, there's a chair that's like green and white checkered, like a flannel chair. It popped so good. And then all of the dust, all of the grass when they're walking up on the house was amazing. The first reveal of Leatherface was amazing. Jessica Biel in all of her glory, just outstanding. The 4K was dripping with it still looked kind of grainy too, which I like. So there was a little bit of digital noise left, and I'm not like some sort of expert or purveyor on, I'm going to do a side-by-side or a still shot of the Blu-ray to the DVD from the VHS. I've had this thing on every format since 2003, or maybe actually it was 2004 when the VHS came out. And then I got it on DVD, and that was my favorite fucking DVD for a long time because it was the chainsaw that unravels. I still have it in there. Had like all of the special features, okay? And then I got the Blu-ray, the red one, right, with him just kind of standing there, Leatherface, and then this 4K came out. So, gun to my head, this is a 9 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10 release, and one of the best releases I've seen from Arrow all year. Not paid to say that. Want to make that perfectly clear. I thought this thing... I wonder, the people that have a hard time with some of these releases, man, just to fucking keep it real with you, I wonder if their gear isn't good. I wonder if their settings aren't dialed in. I wonder if they don't experiment. Like, I don't know what people are seeing that's what I'm seeing. Like, I think this is a fucking day one purchase no matter what. I think that if you love this fucking movie, you need to upgrade to this format. It's not gonna look better than this. Now, is Vinegar Syndrome gonna get it in a few years and put out some crazy edition? Will I buy that? Probably, especially if they do some sort of interpositive or blah 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 blah, right? Something that makes it look even better. But this looks about as good as you can expect. This feels like you're watching the film because it was shot. It fucking looked amazing, man. There was a lot of love put into this. Now, it has a 7.1. It's not Dolby Atmos, so people could be upset with that, I suppose. But I thought the 7.1 was really punchy. I feel like it had a lot of oomph to it. And I just think that overall, as a release, yeah, it's not a chunky box, okay? That's a little bit upsetting. You just get the slip, okay? Let's kind of go over it really quick. And so you get reversible cover art, you get a booklet, and you get the 4K. If people are upset about the price because you don't get the Blu-ray with it, okay, maybe that's fair. But I think that if you're just complaining about picture quality, there's nothing to complain about. This is a stellar fucking release right here. And the only thing that would make it better was that Dolby Atmos track, and then maybe a chunkier box with, maybe some bells and whistles with it, because I think this movie deserves it. I think this is a perfect Texas Chainsaw film, for sure. For a lot of people, this is one of their favorite, definitely the favorite of the remake craze for so many people. It just feels, it's big budget, it's got Michael Bay behind it, okay? And as much as I don't like some of those Platinum Dunes films, this is not one of them. This film in 2003, I was working, I graduated high school like a year and a half before, and I was having to work at this fucking hotel. And that hotel started at 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'm kind of a night owl. I worked a lot of graveyard. I've just been all over. I moved a lot, right? And I was in a band, so I was always kind of partying and not really taking the best care of myself. So having to go to work at 6 a.m. is key here. Now, I went to this, it wasn't a midnight show. I want to say it was like a 9 o'clock show, but if you got to get up at 6 a.m., you got to start thinking about bed pretty soon, dude. What are you doing? I was 19 years old. I went to the theater with my best friends. I watched this, and I did not move from my chair. My mouth was on the floor. I was locked the fuck in. I thought that this was a perfect film, from the way it was cast to the way the pacing of this film, the dark, nasty browns and the greens compared to the kind of stale white heat of the first one. I thought it was I don't want to say an improvement, but it matched the times we were living in 2003. It just felt fresh. It felt new. It had all kinds of fucking brand new special features, but it was one of the best theater experiences I'd ever had. And I'm going to fucking hang my hat on that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03 is a banger fucking film. I fucking love it so much. There's only a couple other ones that I really liked as far as the remake era. I'm a huge Amity horror fan. So anytime you can reimagine things like that, it's not the original, but I love the Amityville Horror and I love The Hills Have Eyes. There might be one or two in there that are like once in a while I can get into them, but this film right here, I've been talking for 10 minutes about it. This film, like as a movie, is a 10. The way that it looks is a 9 out of 10, and we're going to put the audio probably also about 8.5, 9. So we're solid. 9 out of 10 as a release. Should you upgrade? Fuck yeah. You should upgrade right fucking now. I'm so happy with it. The other thing I was really happy was, you get all the special features on one disc. Does that mean that the disc is it's not as big of a disc, or it's going to be like shrinking down the form? Fuck off all that shit. Does it have the Butcher of Plainfield, the Ghoul of Plainfield, the Ed Gein documentary that's like 25 minutes that they put out on the original DVD? Yes. In fact, if you want to pause it, it's got every fucking special feature. Everything was ported over, and I don't know if there's some new stuff, but you definitely get Dolby Vision. Like, Marcus Nispel did a banger fucking job on this thing, and that's fucking it, man. It's fucking pick it up. All right, I'm gonna watch the beginning, and I might review that one too. If you haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't want to go into like, oh man, you should pick this up or you shouldn't pick this up and try to sell you on why the movie's good. The movie's fucking great, and the release is even better. So if you're a fan of this, pick it up. Do you want to watch it on the best possible format? Fucking follow the bouncing ball. Use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Does it look better? Yes. Are you a fan? Yes. Pick it up. It's that fucking easy. Love you guys. Cheers. Oh, wait. I think I was gonna die without saying it right. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know in the comments. Am I full of shit? Talk some shit down there. I'll talk back to you. It's so good to see you guys. I've got another really big announcement that I'm kind of sitting on. I've had it for about a week. I'm trying to debate on when I'm going to tell you guys. There might be another partner label here that I get to announce with the new code. I'm just kind of waiting for the perfect release to review and drop. So until then, take great care of yourselves. Fucking go out, adore the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's one of my favorite fucking remakes ever. Love you. Cheers.